Weekly book recap time. I read 3 books this week. Let me tell you about them. My first read of the week was The October Film Hunt by Michael Wehunt, and this book follows a horror enthusiast that created this film that reached like a cult level type following, and it just ruined her life. She went into seclusion, and then one day she gets a video cassette tape in the mail that flips her world upside down, and this film comes back to haunt her. I will say, if you like a fast-paced read, this book is not for you. It definitely took me a little bit longer to read. I was kind of finding myself having to reread paragraphs and be like, wait a minute, what did that say? Because it's a little over scripted. But this book made me want to go watch a horror movie. It is just really well crafted, really well done. Like a horror movie, I did have to look up the ending on Reddit because I was kind of confused and didn't really get it. I think this is one of those books that a second read, it's going to make a lot more sense and you pick up a lot more nuances. I feel like Ari Aster could take this book and make one heck of a horror movie. So I enjoyed this book. I'm kind of surprised because typically I like faster paced books, but the story was just really good and I was hooked. The next book I read this week was Final Girls by Riley Sager. This book follows Quincy Carpenter, who was dubbed a final girl by the media after surviving a cabin murder stabbing situation. There were 2 other final girls that went through different situations that were really popularized in the media, and her world takes a really interesting turn when one of those girls dies and the other one turns up on her doorstep. I did enjoy this book, and I was a little hesitant to read it because I tried reading The Final Girls Support Group by Grady Hendrix, who, by the way, is one of my favorite horror authors, but I DNF'd it because I did not like it. So I feel like this book did the theme a little bit more justice. I enjoyed the twists and turns, and I would recommend this read as a good thriller. My final read this week was on my Kindle, and I read Coffin Moon by Keith Rawson. This was another really great book. It follows an uncle niece duo who go on this revenge hunt of a vampire who has just absolutely murdered their entire family. I mean, like, ripped them to bits. So, this is a hot pursuit type book. They're after this guy, and this is really niche. But if you like S.A. Cosby, I feel like you're going to like this book. It really reminded me of his writing in terms of like the thriller, the suspense, the pacing of it. But obviously it has vampires. So think like S.A. Cosby thriller with vampires mixed in. If that sounds like something you would enjoy, I think you would like this one.